Good night, everyone. Thank you for tuning into Xavier's Journey. And tonight I'll be talking about Labor Day, how far we have come. Like basically the West Indian Parade, they're celebrating outside. You can hear all the music, the dance hall music going on. So it's West Indian Day Parade, Labor Day, how far we have come. And so I wanted a friend of mine was talking to me the other night, and she was saying to me she has never she has never heard she said she never heard me talk, hear the history, the origin of the West Indian Parade. So I wanted to just elaborate on it and give some history because I'm Jamaican, and we would celebrate it but not as so much as doing the costumes. I've never did all that. The costumes, I've done Juve, I've done through the years when we grew up in Brooklyn, and it was such a festive with the colors, and you're taking the pictures of the costumes and people dancing, the different cultures from the West Indies, Caribbean come together. And in New York City, we do it on Labor Day Parade on Eastern Parkway. It starts at Rockaway Parkway all the way down to Flatbush Avenue. So that's like 20 long blocks. So I wanted to talk about it a little bit tonight, just to share with people why people celebrate the West Indian parades, or they do it in Trinidad and Tobago, in Trinidad, the festive festivals out there. So Labor Day basically Labor Day in the United States has origins in the Labor Day movement of the late 19th century. It's a day to dedicate honoring and celebrating contributions of workers and labor movement to the development and achievements of the country. The organs of the Labor Day can be traced back to the labor movements, activism for better working conditions, workers, and rights. Here are a few brief overview of the origins of Labor Day, why we celebrate Labor Day today. So I'm just going to give you a little history, and I'm going off so I can go enjoy my West Indian parade. Jamaica in the host. Yes, Jamaica in the host. Okay. So, um, Labor Day, where the labor movement and the struggles during the late 1800s, the labor movement in the United States was advocating for improving working conditions, reasonable working hours, better wages. Workers were often subject to long hours, unsafe working conditions, and low pay. That's usually all the jobs. The industrial revelation and Labor Day unrest, the rapid the rapid industrialization and growth of factories led to widespread labor unrest and strikes. Workers were organizing themselves into labor unions to collectively demand better treatment from the employers. Three, Haymark riot of 1886 was one of the key events that contribute to the establishment of Labor Day. Was a Haymark riot that occurred in May 4th, 1886 in Chicago. During the Labor Day protests for 8-hour workday, a bomb was thrown at the police, leading violence and deaths. This event highlighted the tension between workers and employers, and understanding. the underscore that needed for improvement working conditions. Push for recognition in the aftermath of the Haymarket riots. I never knew this. The Labor Day movement continued to advocate for workers' rights and recognize they pushed for all day dedication, dedicated to honoring the Labor Day and the contributions of workers to society. First observation of Labor Day, the first observation of Labor Day is often contribute to the parade celebration organizations by Central Labor Unions of New York City, September 5th, 1882. This event aimed to demonstrate the strength and the unity of the labor movement to advocate for workers' rights. The official recognition, Labor Day, was started gaining momentum as various states began recognizing it was a holiday. Oregon began the first state official recognizing Labor Day as a public holiday. That was 1887. National holiday, the push of the Labor Day to become a national holiday and continue, it gained even more significance of following the Pullman strike of 1894. In the response of the strike, the violence that ensued, President Grover Cleveland signed into law the bill that made Labor Day a national holiday on the first Monday of September. Wow. Today, Labor Day is celebrated on the first Monday of September each year. It's often associated with the parades, the picnics, and barbecues, and various recreational activities. It serves a tribute to the achievement and contributions of workers and labor movements while also marketing the end of the summer in the United States. Even though they do this in the Caribbean islands, I'm telling you, it's so interesting to know you come from the Caribbean, you come from the West Indies. We celebrate differently. I don't know if it's the same information if they do that, and that's why they do the celebration and dancing all over, like over here on Eastern Parkway. I'm not too far from Eastern Parkway, so every year you will hear the truck. You will see the trucks coming up Rockaway Avenue, turning on to Utica, and they have their different trucks with Haitian music and Jamaican music, and you have the dance hall queen, then you have the dance hall man. Oh, it's interesting. Like 20 million people come out here to celebrate that. What you said, very interesting. But when did you cut your hair? I didn't cut my hair. My hair is double strand and it's still long to my butt. So I had to color my hair. So that's why my hair looks short. I learned this style when I was working at a salon in Brooklyn, and it's double strand. So basically, my hair is wrapped twice in here. So that's why it looks short. So thank you very much. I didn't cut it. It's still long. Just had to do something different. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I hope nobody think Xavier cut his hair. My hair's still long. I colored my hair to tone down the gray and brighten up my complexion again. So let me go back to this. So New York City's Labor Day Parade, also known as the West Indian American Day Carnival Parade. That's a long name. It is the annual event held in Labor Day in Brooklyn, New York. It is one of the largest and most vibrant celebrations of Caribbean culture and heritage in the United States. The parade is organized by the West Indian American Day Carnival Association. That's WIADCA in abbreviation. Here's are some key features of an aspect of New York City Labor Day Parade: culture, celebration. The parade is a celebration of Caribbean culture, West Indian culture. They even put Puerto Rican in there. Puerto Rican, it's always been the Caribbean, the real Caribbean people, and the Jamaican people, the Western, the Caribbean and the West Indian used to always be involved. Now they want to put England and they want to put Puerto Rico and even Americans in it. Leave it alone. I ain't saying. I'm just saying. Looks good. Love it. Thank you so much, sweetie. Who's this? Antoine. Oh, thank you, Antoine. Love you, bro. I miss you. So, Labor Day tradition, the parade takes place on the first Monday of September. So there would be today's the first, so it will be the first Monday. That would be the fourth on Monday, and it's so funny that I'm getting prepared for the Labor Day for Monday. I don't even know if I want to go. I was calling friends and saying, let's go walk up," but it's so festive. But I'll talk about that later. Okay, so Labor Day takes place on the first Monday of September, which Labor Day is in the United States. It has become a long-lasting tradition for many Caribbean Americans and others in the New York City. The parade routine. The parade routine typically runs along Eastern Parkway in Brooklyn, spanning several blocks, attracting hundreds and thousands of spectators. See, basically, where I live now, it starts on Rockaway and it goes up Rockaway Boulevard. It makes a left on Eastern Parkway, and then it goes all the way down like to Flatbush Avenue. And Flatbush Avenue makes that left, and it ends at Empire. So that's how I always knew the West Indian Parade. They did it in New York. Okay, costumes and mass bands are one of the highlights of the parade. It's the uh, um, it's like that's those guys with the metal containers, the mass band. They play those. Come on the truck too, and they be playing their whole full orchestra. Colorful costumes worn by participants. These costumes often belong to mass bands, groups that design and create theme costumes for the event. Every year it's a different event, different color, and it's very festive. Some of the women are showing body, breasts, and everything, and the men, yeah, that too. I've never done that. Live music performance. The parade features live performance of Caribbean music genre such as calypso, soca, reggae, steel pan bands, DJs, performers provided lively to in energy the atmosphere. Culinary delights along the side of the parade. There are often food stalls, vendors, vendoring various delicious Caribbean cuisine and traditional dishes. And then they also sell clothes and the Jamaican clothes and stuff like that, or the West Indian parade. Wherever you're from, you'll find a flag there because people, even on the sidewalks, you'll have different type of food, mainly different kind of Caribbean, Jamaican food, and the Caribbeans or the West Indian food or the Caribbean food. And then you'll have other food there too because I see the Muslims out there, everybody trying to make a buck. And they sell clothings and bags and whatever you feel that you can get. You know, it's always been a blessing to it's always been a blessing to be on the parade and just go. I went last year and I had this just moved back to Brooklyn and I saw it, but I would say lately it's been not so much packed as how it was through the years as I grew up, like in my 20s, the teens. Um, we would go, but many years it has been people shooting coming to the Western Parade, and gangs have come and shot up people and hurt people, and so a lot of people don't come out like they used to. And people need to just let people celebrate what they celebrate and keep your gun somewhere else. Don't even come this way to look for harm. Why do you feel that you have to harm people that are not harming you? People are trying to celebrate before they go back to work for September, for the students to go back to school. Okay, anyway. Community involvement. The parade involves participants from the wide range of Caribbean countries, representing the diversity of Caribbean culture. Community organizations, dance, troops, culture groups, individuals all come together to celebrate. So, whatever island you from, you represent. You wear your Jamaican colors, you wear your Trinidad colors, you wear your Tobago colors, you wear your Guyanese color, your St. Vincent colors. So everybody come out there and show off. So this has always been a good one. I've never done it in the Caribbean island. I don't remember. We went to things like that when growing up in Jamaica. But coming to America, that's a number one thing that we do here. Yes, sir. Okay, so unity and diversity. The parade emphasizes unity among the diverse Caribbean communities while also highlighting the unique culture of elements of each nation. They do call out the nations. Yes, you did the different countries, Caribbean and West Indies. Economic impact. The event has significant um, economic impact on the city, attracting both local residents, visitors who contribute the local economic through spending on food, transportation, and other activities. Historical significance. The parade has a historical root dating back to mid 20th century when the Caribbean immigrants organized an event to celebrate their own heritage and culture of the United States. New York Labor Day parade is more than just a parade. It's a symbol of culture, parade, unity, celebration of Caribbean American, those who are interested in experiencing the vibrant diversity of Caribbean culture. You'll come out there because that's when my accent is fully on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, West Indian Parade. West Indian parades are celebrated in various parts of the world, especially in the cities with significant West Indian um, diaspora populations. These parades are vibrant, colorful events that show the culture, the tradition, the heritage of the Caribbean islands. Here are some reasons why West Indians celebrate the parades. So basically, it's the culture. It's the culture pride. West Indian parades allow people from the Caribbean islands to celebrate and express their pride and their culture roots. It's a very honored their heritage and maintain a connection to the homeland. Community unity. These are the parades that bring people together for diverse Caribbean backgrounds. It's time for the community to come together, strengthen bonds, and share their experiences. Showing diversity. The Caribbean regions is incredible diverse with each island having its own unique culture, traditions, history. West Indies parades highlight the diversity and allow each island to demonstrate their characteristic shine. Because when Jamaican come, everybody have a Jamaican flag and they just follow in the truck and they just singing whatever the Jamaican songs are. And like the soca machines, the soca trucks come out, then everybody dancing all over the place. You can't even, yeah, if you wasn't a dancer, you would have to dance. For real, for real. Um preserve preserve preserving tradition. For many West Indians, The parades serve as a way to keep tradition music, the dance, the clothing, the costumes. The younger generation can learn about their heritage through the celebration. That's very important. Very important. Very important. Um, Celebrating achievements. West Indian parades often coincide with independence anniversaries or other important historic events for various Caribbean nations. They serve as an opportunity to celebrate the achievement and milestones. Promoting tourism is a case where West Indian parades can also be a form of cultural tourism, attracting people from all backgrounds who are interested in experiencing the Caribbean experience or the Caribbean culture, I would say. Raising awareness, parades can also be a platform for highlighting social and political issues affecting the Caribbean communities as immigration policies, disaster relief effects, or health in initial. The positive atmosphere, the vibrant colors, live music, the energetic dance and performing, creating a festive and joyful atmosphere that allow people to let loose and have fun and temporary escape from stresses of everybody's day. And then building bridges. The West Indian Parade can serve as a bridge between different communities, promoting cross cultured understanding, the appreciation and overall the West Indian parades are celebrated of identity, the culture, the community. They allow people to come together, celebrate their shared heritage, and showcase the richness of the Caribbean tradition of the world. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh my God, that's the whole show for real. But you know something, Um, when I wrote this show, a friend of mine was asking me, what is the meaning of West Indian? Why do we celebrate every year? It's like everyone comes together just to celebrate their heritage. If you're from Haiti, you're gonna wear your Haitian colors. You're gonna have your Haitian flag. If you're from St. Vincent, you're gonna have your St. Vincent clothes on, or you just come out and just invest in, like, every time I would go, I used to go with a couple of friends. I would go and I would always go to this one food truck on the left side of the street, no, on the right side of the street, coming back towards Rockaway. There's she used to make jerk chicken. Everybody would stand in that line. She's someplace on Church Avenue. She travels to all the parades, and she do all the parades, and she her jerk chicken is so phenomenal. It's like how I cook food. When I cook food, I'm cooking to make, I like seasoned food, my seasoned Jamaican food. And I'm like saying I just love it. And so hopefully Monday when I go out there, I'll videotape the 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 outfits, and they have, I know, carrying that stuff, the costumes has to be, it's like they have, some of them have wheels on it, so when they're walking and moving back and forth, and then you have the guys on the stilts. Oh my God, those are so good. It's girls and guys on the stilts walking around with the, it's so nice. Y'all have to look at New York City's, when New York City does the Labor Day parade. I know they do it in Jamaica. I know they do. See, Jamaica would be doing the dance hall. I know in Tobago and Trinidad they do soca and dance hall and all them. So tonight I just wanted to come on and just share some history, why we celebrate in New York, why we celebrate, amongst our countries, because people come together to just celebrate their culture. You have to be happy for your culture, wherever you come from. Be happy, be celebrated, be liberated, be happy, and love one another. And that's why when we all come together, we can come together and celebrate. It's like going to church. We're all celebrating at church, but here we're celebrating in music or the band. Sometimes I think last year they had a marching band, a school marching band in there. That was awesome. I love a marching band. And so it just feels really nice that you can just come on and celebrate having your flags. So I think it starts at 12 noon. I think it starts at 11 or 12 and it finishes at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock in the evening. Jamaica, Jamaica. Me can't find my flag. So me use my tassel. Yes, Jamaica in the house. I don't know if I'm gonna go out there today. This Monday, I really do not know if I'm going because um, it just gets boring every year. It just gets really boring. But the costumes always can represent wherever they from. You have the calypso, the soca. So you'll have a truck that has Antoine. You need to come to New York and celebrate it. So they'll have a soca truck, and everybody that does soca, they're dancing with. It's like there's a bunch of kids or grown people dancing with each truck. So that it's like, and then when you get to what's the name of that store? That's Washington Avenue, and by the Brooklyn Museum, they have the judges. So each truck gets, and their costumes get judged, and they have to dance, and then someone wins. They get a plaque, they get money, or they get awards. So every year it's like competition. So they have to dance in front of the judges at that street by the Brooklyn Museum, and then they go to the next person. So some days it could be 20 people, 20 trucks. Lately, it's like last year was like maybe 6 trucks. It wasn't a lot of people because people don't really come to the parade as much as they used to, because people come out to shoot people, and I don't understand why. People coming to enjoy their heritage, and people are so the cops come now and they cover the whole parade on Eastern Parkway and in the blocks. So they really cover us and take care of us when we go out there. So it's so nice to know that the West Indian Parade, how we celebrate it, how we celebrate Labor Day, and people get paid for Labor Day when you get the time. Oh, that would be like time and a half, and how far we have come. I really have never looked into my heritage as why we do festivals and why we do parades and why we celebrate. So I did this to just come on and just share, because I was having a conversation with a girlfriend last week, and she says, "Are you going to the parade?" I said, "I don't know yet." She said to me, "Well, why don't you have you ever known the origin of the West End Parade?" And I said, "Well, let me look into it." The next minute, I'm talking about it today. Yes, interesting. So if you are planning to come to Eastern Parkway, you might have to get off at Grand Army Plaza and walk all the way up, because all the trains are stopped. And even if you come on the side, on the uptown and downtown side, the cops are going to make you walk on the side streets, because the middle street is where they are doing the trucks coming down. And it's just so interesting and lovely, the costumes and the food and the people, and people coming together and just celebrating, and that's a good thing. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I might go out Monday. I was asking a couple of friends, would they come out and celebrate, since I'm in Brooklyn now. Oh, come to Brooklyn, come to Brooklyn. I moved to Brooklyn, nobody have no time. Lord Jesus. So, everyone, thank you for tuning in. And I don't know, I thought this was going to be a more of a larger show, but I'm happy for the building bridges with West Indian parades can serve as a bridge between different communities, promoting cross culture and understanding and appreciating. Overall, West Indian parades are celebrations of identity, our culture, and our community. And they allow people to come together to celebrate and share their heritage and showcase the riches of the Caribbean, West Indian traditions to the world. So this is why it's so important to know your background. I'm Jamaican, but I love soca, I love reggae, I love calypso, I like dancehall, I love gospel. So you have to love what makes you happy. So everyone, thank you for tuning in. Until I should have another show coming up soon. Tune in, subscribe, listen to what Xavier's talking about. Just bringing interesting topics to just inform. So, um, Labor Day is important of new part of New York City, you know, and just keeping the positiveness. And everyone, tune in. Have a safe and wonderful Labor Day. Don't eat too much. Don't drink too much. Don't smoke too much. Just have some happy and safe Labor Day. So you can go back to work on Monday, Tuesday. The students go back to school. And so I think that's the last, no, that's not the last festival for New York. The next one is like the Atlantic Antic. That's another large one on Atlantic Avenue. 20 blocks full of vendors, and you can walk, and things for the kids and things for the grown-ups. And that's in October. And that's a nice festival too. That's food galore. And such a blessing to everyone. Tune in and subscribe, share. And you can subscribe, comment, and share what you think about what I talked about. If you knew about the history of West Indian parades, or wherever you from, you can jot down where you're from, what island you're from, or if you're American, put down you're American. So anyway, it was a pleasure, everyone, that you tuned in and hear what Xavier had to say tonight. Have a wonderful and blessed night. May the peace of God be with you. May He cover you and keep you in His peace. God bless you.